After my previous video on the everyday carry fanny pack, which a lot of you seem to like, a few of you reached out specifically asking about the fanny pack from 945 Industries. So let's take a deep look into this tactical fanny pack and its unique features. So one of the key things I was told about this particular fanny pack is that it's significantly faster to draw and fire from than any other fanny pack on the market. It has a very specific key feature that makes it unique from other things that I've seen. So let's just take a deep look into it. So starting with the main bag, this is significantly larger than the previous bag I reviewed in the past, which means you also have the capability of carrying a much larger firearm based on your purpose of use. So the main pocket, when you open it up, you'll see that the entire backing is going to be a female side Velcro, which means you're able to attach a holster or any kind of accessories that you want with that kind of backing to it. So it's very customizable in that regard. What's really interesting about this company is that on their website, when you're ordering the fanny pack, you could also choose a holster based on the gun you're actually going to use. So instead of you having to kind of get the gun that you have, figure out a holster that's going to work and then add your own backing from the company themselves, you could actually order a holster that'll be compatible with the firearm of your choice. So you can see this one I got in an orange Kydex, and on the back, there's kind of like a thick piece of leather with a Velcro backing, and it's screwed in so you can see everything's very durable. And now being able to have that, I could kind of configure it in any way that I want to be able to stick on the inside of the fanny pack, and it definitely locks up really, really tight. Now, again, because of the size of this, if I could just show you a quick comparison, this is a Glock 48, which again is going to be around the same size as the Glock 19, is just a little bit thinner. That fits inside no problem at all. But you could also take something like this, which is a Glock 45 with an optic, as well as a Streamlight TLR-1 HL, so a full-size firearm, and that will also completely fit into the bag itself, which means, again, you have a lot more capabilities in regards to size of what you're able to carry in this thing. So it's definitely much larger than previous one. Now, taking that into account, it's still something that you have to kind of have your own style for, where having something this large on your chest, this can almost be looked at as a small sling bag as opposed to a fanny pack. So because of its size, it's definitely something that you can have more capabilities with, but also, again, in regards to what your regular day attire is, you have to see if that's something that works for you. In the front, there's another zipper pocket that when you open it up is just a large pocket, which means I was able to fit a tourniquet in here. You are able to fit additional medical equipment in here if you wanted to, or just more neutral items that are going to be unrelated to the actual firearm. So that's going to be the front and main pocket. Now in the back is also going to be like another pocket, which could be used as a cell phone pocket. That's going to be what's actually riding up against your body itself. So definitely a large pocket, definitely enough space to be able to fit a phone or even two phones or any additional items that you might want to keep in the back. And then a part of the benefit of what I've seen of this bag over the other ones that I've tried is that it has the buckles that attach to your body, which again, if you're looking for like a tactical fanny pack of any kind, my opinion is that the clip must be in front of your body, because if the clip is in back, it's easy for someone to just walk behind you, unclip it and walk off, and now the firearm that you thought you had is on the ground. So whether it be for theft or accidental use, whatever it might be, you need to be able to have control of that buckle to make sure that it's going to be in front of you and you can see it. So this clip is going to be significantly more robust than the other ones that I've seen on the market. So it definitely has like the large lockup, and it clicks in place, and it's definitely very, very tight. And a part of one of the additional features this bag has is that, like what I mentioned in the previous video, the issue with having a fanny pack that's going to be cross-body, which I do prefer because it's just a little bit more comfortable, is that since there isn't a third point of contact, the risk is that the bag is able to wiggle around a little bit more because it's only being hung around through a single like loop. So what this bag has is, again, if you wanted to, is it has an additional strap that comes in the kit where that can be wrapped around your waist or around your body. So whether you're doing crossbody or conventional carry, you have kind of an additional point of contact, which will make it significantly easier to draw because your bag stays in a more consistent location, which I think is very important. Now, going back to the main feature, the reason why this bag is so unique is that when I open up the main pocket again, you might have noticed that there are these two tabs that are on the inside of the pocket. Now, what these two tabs are is that they both serve the same function, but they're designed to be based on whether you're going to be carrying on your right side or your left side, or up or down based on the configuration that you choose. But what these tabs are is that you'll keep these tabs protruding with the gun on the inside. You zip up the pockets all the way to the point of those individual tabs. Now again, since they're using these actual zippers, I like to tuck them in so I don't accidentally grab those instead. And then once they're in that position, you have this just tab hanging out that doesn't look like anything in particular, but when you grab it, you could pull it and it'll open up both zippers at the same time, which gives you a much faster draw than trying to find the individual zipper or the pull tab. Even if you have a dedicated pull tab, you still need to do kind of like that full loop around to be able to get the pocket large enough that you can then grab the gun. This is a much more simple motion where it's just a grab and pull, and you see how the whole bag opens up to the point that you have full access to the firearm, and you don't really need to think much else about it. Now, moving along to the other side, there's kind of this neutral bag that comes with it as well, which I think is very helpful because when I'm carrying this, right, the main pocket is just for the firearm. So you can't really store a lot of things in there. Like you can't put your wallet, you can't really put your keys, because again, the main pocket is only designed for the gun, which is the way it should be. You shouldn't be thinking about anything else in that pocket other than the firearm itself. On the inside is going to be an area where you can hang your keys. There's an individual organizers for pens, your wallet, your phone, any additional stuff that you might want to carry. You're able to just carry in this separate bag that will be alongside this bag while you're carrying it. So again, this is definitely something that you have to choose for your style because it's a lot going on. But I know a lot of people who do carry this, and for them it just works. It just looks good on them, and it works for their purpose of use. Or the other thing is, forget about everyday carrying, like walking around. If you're going to go on a hike or something and you want to carry something on your chest and you don't want to really think about anything else, this is still a great option to be able to have a lot of security when it's wrapped around your body. And again, a good, consistent, fast draw, and it doesn't look really out of place in a kind of a hiking environment, right? So having this pocket, which by the way is removable, there's a Velcro tab on the back. They're able to take it off. So if it doesn't work for you, it's not a problem. The additional straps as well are removable. So again, if you don't want that additional strap going around your body and you just want the primary strap to be there, that does work. So it does fit nicely against your body. So kind of as a quick wrap up, the only thing that I would say needs to be considered is the size of the bag. So again, this is a big bag, which means if you want to carry a full-size firearm, this works great. The previous one I spoke about does not have that capability. It's much more meant for a low-profile EDC option. This one is meant for small or large. You can choose a lot of different options. It's very cool that on their website, they have the options for holster selection. It's a Kydex holster, which is really, really important. You don't want material. I want to know that whatever my gun is going into is going to be secure and be able to hold the gun in place without there being any worry of what's going to happen to it. So them offering that, I think, is a really big deal and a very nice thing to be able to have. And again, it has a nice strong Velcro on the back. So you could choose a huge variety of options. You could carry a lot more because of the size. But again, with that, going to choose the kind of style you're going to go with will make sure that this doesn't stick or seem very out of place based on the environment you're in. Other than that, I think it's a very good system. I think the pull tabs is a revolutionary idea. It's so simple. It's so simple in design. And I think it's something that should be implemented on any bag. In fact, I might implement this concept onto other stuff that I have just because, again, it's such a simple concept. Like, why wouldn't you want to be able to have a quick draw option on such a simple pack? So if you guys want to check this out, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below so you can check it out. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. This is Raziel Cohen with ndftraining.com. Thank you for watching.